Hey, who's playing what colours? Who's the country man? Who's playing white side? Eugene, write that team out for me, will you?
Phil, we started here.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Right, okay. And welcome 5FM to Clonarn Park. We have 1.5 minutes gone, and the countrymen have taken the lead by the boot of Ryan Henderson. Has scored the first point here in Clonarn Park. The helicopter's still overhead. The sun is duking in behind the houses in Kilwilkie State. And here this afternoon we're down here in Lurgan, where we have the countrymen take on the Townies. And we've got an injured player down. Well, he's not. He's tying his lace. The goalkeeper's getting the ball under his arm. Oliver Toll's here with the camera. And we have men from Clonarn. We have even Joe McManus here this afternoon. Eugene Craney, one of the organisers, he's going to talk to us here as we go on. We're actually doing double up here. We're doing commentary for the radio here, and we're going to give an opinion to Oliver Toll. But the keeper, Big Kelly, kicks the ball out into the middle of the field. The ball has scooped along the ground. And we have a sideline ball here beside us. The crowd is starting to get big here in Clonarn Park. We're waiting for this game to, well, I can tell you, it's not a charity match the way these guys are playing. But a couple of big hits coming in here now. We're waiting for the team list to be handed to me here. The team list has been handed. Paddy McKeever offloaded the ball. There was a man, he played the ball to himself. He dropped it, he's on the ground. There's a gaggle of men around him, but the ball is scooped up. And Eugene Craney has given me the ball. And Eugene, we have to say, the countrymen are playing in what colour this afternoon?
Country's in white, Damien, at the minute.
the match goes on, when the muck starts getting gathered up here, they could be playing in black and white, but they're playing in white at the minute, and the sun has just come out here, and it looks like a decent looking day for the match, so far.
So the countrymen's playing in white and the townies are playing in orange. So I better write this down, because you know what I'm like. I keep sometimes getting mixed up, but that's all part of the fun this afternoon here. And the townies, it was the townies that actually went ahead. I thought it was the countrymen, so it was 1 point to no score here in favour of the townies. The ball is kicked away over to the far side there to Darren Fox. Darren Fox spins round, he looks up, and he's trying to get the ball, but he's pushed in the back, and Mickey Leonard, the man that refereed the match again, Cross McLean and Armagh Harps a couple of weeks ago, could he give a goal, didn't give a goal, but he says, I done the right thing, and of course Mickey done the right thing. There's a high looping ball, and that ball has gone to the left and wide, and as they spin round, looking round Clonard Park here, we've got a good crowd. Oliver Toll there, he's just put the camera on us, so we're now live on TV via Lurgan here this afternoon. Oliver, good afternoon, you're doing a good job. This is for charity. The helicopter's still up in the air there, and we have a wide ball here. Don't forget our tax number down in the studio, 07512 453 555. Text us in and let us know, do you know any of these players? What do you think? What clubs do they belong to? We don't have any quizzes, and we have to thank Big O this morning for a great morning's entertainment. But the game goes on here, and the ball has gone back away out to the far side. The ball goes down to Paul McDonald. Paul's on the ground, he looks up, there's a couple of orange men around him, but he gets his free. Oh, the referee says he lifted that ball off the ground. I would like to see that in video replay. We have a free in for the townies, about 30 metres out, slightly to the left of the goals. We're trying to figure out, that would be the North Circular Road goals end. Eugene, what is North Circular goals end? Who's kicking this? Brian Mallon. Oh, there's a name to warm the hearts of an Armagh player. And the ball is off the post and gone wide. Brian Mallon should have scored that one. Brian Mallon, well, Brian should have put that one over the bar, but it's gone wide. The score, we're looking for the scoreboard here. We haven't got a scoreboard in Clonard Park, but we have 1 point to the townies. And we're trying to figure out who scored that. Eugene says Ryan Henderson scored 1 point, so we have 1 point to no score, and we have 5 minutes gone here on the helicopter. They didn't drop the ball out this afternoon, but the game has gone on, and the ball is picked up there in the middle of the field by Paul McGahey. The ball is kicked long away down to the far side to Darren Fox. Darren Fox, well, he lets the ball go wide, and the ball has gone wide. We have another wide here. The referee says get out. Eugene, you're the brains behind this.
Damien, first of all, there's a lot of noticeable absentees here from both teams. First of all, Finney Moriarty's bad with the flu. We have a bit of a bug up here at the minute, all sorts of stomach bugs, but people had said there was a rumour going about that the townies were afraid to face these countrymen with 8 county players on it. We lost Ron Naughton during the week, he's tonsillitis, and a couple of other players, but 2 very strong teams, Damien, and looks like a good game of football.
Good game of football, and we had the old Owen McCormick got the ball there, kicked the ball long. The ball's kicked long there by James Lavery right down into the full forward line, but the ball is picked up by the number 5, Paul Wilson. Paul played a bit of county football at one time too. There's a wee daisy cutter along the ground, wee bit of pushing and shoving along the line. Oh, the linesman, he didn't know what to do there, and he sort of watched to see what the referee was at, and the referee gave the ball up the field. The ball is up the field for the country boys, the North Armagh country boys. Paddy McKeever hits this left-footed away over to the far side. A lovely pass from Paddy McKeever straight over to Richard Stevenson, and Stevenson fired the ball over the bar. A good score, well done by Paddy McKeever. Paddy looks, well, he looks every inch a county player here this afternoon as we look out. The helicopter's over the top of Kilwilkie, and he's heading away. He didn't get in for free this afternoon, Eugene.
David, that was Richard Stevenson scored that. He scored something like 30 goals and 70 odd points for the Sarfies this year under Kieran McGurk. Richard's the son of Dennis Stevenson, if you can remember, played for Armagh and Ulster back in the 70s.
Well, as you mentioned that, I was talking to Dennis Stevenson yesterday. He was down at the big game down in Park Esler, worse than Coleman's. Played the Abbey, talked about that later, but the ball has gone out. The ball is picked up by the wing back for the countrymen, and the ball is going forward. Referee says play on. The wing back was Ram McQuillan. Ram McQuillan gave the ball out to the far side, and the ball is kicked up. Is that over the bar? That looks a good score. Yes, the 2 umpires lift the hands and raise the flags. And Stephen Falker has scored a cracking score there. That was a good score from the right-hand side. A good score there, Eugene.
Excellent score. That's his trademark, Damien. Stephen Falker can score with both feet, but he pulled out to the right-hand side there and stuck it over nicely. Slippy pitch, but he done it very, very skillfully.
And the helicopter's coming lower, but we're still playing down here in Clonard Park. And we have absolutely Eugene Craney standing beside us, and Joe McManus is taking notes here. Stevie from the Democrat, he's away over in the Dominican Republic. He's not here in Lurgan. The ball is kicked out. The ball is caught in the back, flips off the helicopter, but the ball is in the hands of Paul Wilson. Paul Wilson gives the ball away out to the midfielder. The big midfielder is Beattie. Beattie gets the ball away down into the full forward line to Henderson comes out, offloads the ball, and the Townies away over on the far side. The Lurgan put it down. Townies, Brian from Tiernan Oak put it down. Ball's picked up. Oh, there's an opportunity here for a score, and a good block down there. The keeper comes out through the muck. He picks the ball off the ground. He looks up. Who wants the ball? The ball is picked up there by Murray. Kieran Murray picks the ball up, gives it out to his midfielder, and they're coming steaming up the middle. Big ball is kicked long in over the top. Out comes a corner forward. The corner forward was Stevenson, but he missed that one. And the Townies, they build from their back. They're coming out with the ball from their own half-back line. Henderson has the ball. Ball is in along the ground. The ball is picked up by Paul O'Hagan. Or Paul Carville. A wee push in the back. The referee says play on. The referee says play on. The ball is lifted off the ground there, but the referee still says play on. Bit of shoving and pushing down there. That was great work there by Fox down on the far side, but the ball has been given away. The defence is holding steady here for the countrymen. The men from the North Armagh country area are playing the Townies. A novel game of football this afternoon. All proceeds go to St Vincent de Paul down here in the Lurgan area, and the ball is picked up. We have an overlap here, but the ball was given away. The countrymen are playing in white, the Townies are playing in orange, and those are the two Armagh jerseys. The ball is picked up here by David Turley. I'm trying to read Eugene's writing here. David Turley kicks the ball in long, but the ball is gathered up by the countrymen. And there it goes, the number 10, Paul Courtney. Paul, he's a Ballyhagan man because he's wearing Ballyhagan shorts and socks. He kicks that one to the right and wide. Eugene, that should have been a score.
Yeah, just went off the side of his boot there, Damien, just at the end. You know, the pitch is a bit slippy out there, but two teams have begun to settle down here and starting to find their feet. But so far, there's very little between them, as you can see. And
a good game of football. 9.5 minutes gone. The score 2-1 in favour of the country boys, the countrymen. Call them whatever you want. We're calling the other boys the Townies, the town men. 2-1 down here in Clonard Park. A good crowd of people here in the stand. They're all standing around us, looking at us and saying we're not wise down here in Lurgan, but this is live Gaelic games on 5FM. And of course, there's an opportunity there. The ball's picked up, and that would be a cracking score, but good hands there by Darren Kelly. Darren Kelly done good work there. He kept a hold of that ball as it came in over the top. The goalkeeper give the ball out to his wing back, and the Townies are coming down along under the stand here. Paul O'Hagan must be a Clonagale man with a name like that. He's wearing the clan shorts. Inside, and there goes the big midfielder. The big midfielder for the Townies is Beattie. Beattie gives the ball to the centre half back. The centre half back, there's an opportunity here. The ball is dropping down. Is it going to be a put in the back of the net? No, Fox has the ball. He looks up. He spins round. It's the big full forward. Henderson gives it into the keeper's hands. Ryan Henderson, he could have put that one over the bar. He gave it into the keeper's hands. And out comes the countrymen with the ball. They're coming out. The big number 9 there. The big number 9. We have a couple of boys coming in behind us here, but in the meantime, we're looking up here, and out comes Paul Wilson. Paul Wilson, he's flying up the left-hand side here. The ball is on the ground. Good work there. The ball's gone out to Darren Fox. The ball is the ball is gathered up by the defence, and Paddy McKeever has the ball. Paddy McKeever gives the ball. Is that Paddy McKeever? Paddy stopped running there, and the ball was back into big midfielder McGahey. McGahey gave the ball away to Paul Courtney. Paul Courtney's left-hand side. He's been pulled and he's been hauled, and the referee says that's a free.
Damien, we're now with inter-county referee Brandy Gorman here, the most famous referee at Armagh. The Cork men like him, you know. But Brandy, if you're an X Factor judge, what would you make of the refereeing so far here, Mickey Leonard?
Oh, don't be saying that now.
I've just arrived here now, so I haven't got a chance to actually have a look on him. But Mickey's a good, experienced referee, so I'm sure he can handle this occasion okay.
Well, it's great, you know, to have a referee of this calibre. We're going to ask him some questions, but we have a free here on the 14-metre line. And, well, can this be the draw score here? It's kicked right-footed, and it's gone over the bar. That's a great score there, put over the bar. And Eugene says, who scored that one? And he says, Brian Mallon. And, of course, he might be liked in Cork. Is he liked down in County Louth? That's what I want to know. Brenton gone.
Love down in Louth.
Brenton, I think somebody says Brenton has retired. Is that correct?
That's correct. Early age is taking its toll on me. Unfortunately, I've been struggling for a few years around muscular problems, so I had to hang up the boots early, I'm afraid.
Well, there's a free here in the half-back line for the town men here. The ball is kicked long in over the top. The ball is picked up here by, we're waiting to see who this is. That's the wing forward, Turley. Turley looks up, and Turley gets the return pass from Fox. He's flying down the right-hand side. He pulls in the left-footed, and he puts this one in over the top, and the ball is punched down. Out comes the goalkeeper and the full-back. The boys get the ball out. The ball is out with the number 17, McCormick. Wee bit of a push in the back there. The referee says, play on. There's another wee foul there. The referee says that's definitely a foul, and that was Owen McCormick foul. Brian Mallon looks up, and Brian says, I didn't need that. It's a bit cold. This helicopter is still up here. They'll do anything to get in for free, whoever's not helicopter this afternoon. And if you can hear the helicopter in the background. Eugene, we have a new ball here, but we talk about that once this free goes over the bar. Does it go over the bar? It's gone. Yes. Paul Carville puts that one over the bar. A good score by the left-footed Carville. And it's all, no, it's not all square here. It's 3-2 in favour of the town. Eugene, we have a new ball.
Yeah, so we've got a new prototype there, Damien, from McKeever's, who you might know better as Gaelic Gear up round between Lurgan and Portadown there. Park McKeever has sponsored the ball here today. Apparently he's been through a lot of tests in Croke Park, but so far it's held up very well. The last goal there by Paul Carville. Paul's one of them players that, I mean, Peter McDonald can maybe take a look at him. He's one of the very, very quick player. He's playing with Glenavon at the minute, playing very, very well, but he would love to get under the Armagh squad, and he one of those boys that, you know, maybe could do a job for them, Damien.
There's no doubt about that. In the meantime, back to the game here. The game is going on. Away over on the far left-hand side. There's a man nearly waiting top of Kilwilkie Estate, but a great block down over on the far line. The number 10, or is that Big Courtney? The referee says, hold on, we have a substitution coming in here with number 23, Eugene's going to have to write that down here. Courtney from Ballyhagan's coming in, so somebody's coming off. Whoever was representing the country team, he didn't get too long, or is there an injury here? We're waiting to see. So Mel Courtney, we don't know how he's coming. Maybe what's going to happen here, Eugene, they're going to keep the spare man on. You wouldn't know this is up here in this part of the country. It could happen. But we'll wait. Oh, here comes the man coming off. The referee's talking to somebody over on the far sideline. Don't forget our tax number, 07512-453-555. And we have 15 minutes gone here in this game. Down in, I was going to say David Park. I don't mention David Park here. We're in Clanarn Park here, off the North Circular Road in Lurgan Town. The helicopter's still up there, and the game is still 3-2 in favour of the town men. A novel idea here, Eugene, to raise money for St Vincent de Paul.
Yeah, very much, Damien. You know, sometimes the rain can put people off, but with a decent crowd here this time of the year, people have a lot of things on, come up to Christmas, and with the credit crunch, it's good to see the Vincent de Paul getting a few quid this time of the year, so no doubt it'll do a good turn to somebody.
No question about that. We've still got an injury over on the far sideline, and Oliver Toll, he's got the camera on his shoulder, and he's waiting and looking to see what's happening here. This is the first time that 5FM have been down in Clanarn Park, and it's great to be up here in North Armagh, where we have the two teams, the Townies versus the Countrymen. And, well, the Townies are ahead 3-2 at the moment. The ball comes in over the top. Fox comes out. He looks up. He spins on a sixpence, and out comes the keeper. The keeper picks that one up, Murray. He gives the ball out to Courtney. Big Courtney. Courtney offloads the ball to, well, I'm not sure who he has it, but he's got the ball back again. Big Paul McCahey. And he's flying up the left-hand side here. The ball is put in over the top to Oisin McKeever. McKeever looks up and he tries for the score. No, he pulls back. He gives it into the big midfielder. A full forward, Staffan Falker. And if he hits this one and it goes over the bar, a cracking score there from the boot off. Was that Falker? Staffan Falker, a cracking score. The centre forward for the Countrymen. Eugene, that's as good a score as you'll see anywhere.
Excellent score. Typical of Faulkner, Damien. Turn outside and hit it all about 40 yards from the left-hand side. But just a word on to let people know, the managers here from the country are former Ulster and Armagh player Kieran McGurk, with Patsy McGee from Wolf Tones and Jimbo Robinson from Mahray. On the other side, you have Tommy Coleman, former Armagh player. You have Paul Henderson from Clonagale, and Brian Mallon, who's part of Peter McDonald's management setup. So on the line, you have Pat McGibbon, who's one of the physios, former Manchester United centre half, and Dr. Brenton McConaughey, who's in Belfast City Hospital. So there's plenty of professionalism here at the minute, Damien.
And as we say that, we have an opportunity here for a score, and the Townies are heading for the goals, and it's kicked left-footed, and that's gone over the bar by Paul Courtney. That was number 10, Eugene, we thought that was Paul O'Hagan there, got that one. Well, maybe the change of jerseys, I'm not too sure, but these Countrymen down here and the Townies, but that's a point anyway. And it's 5-2 in favour of the Townmen here this afternoon in this novel game of football in North Armagh. The ball is kicked out towards the middle of the field, and the ball there, you can see the muscles in that man stretching, and he went up in the air, and he picked the ball up, and there goes Turley. He has the ball, he gives the ball back. This ball's going to be launched long into the full forward line, and out comes Paul O'Hagan. Well, Paul Carville. Paul Carville's wearing number 10, number 12, but he's listed as number 10 here. He hits his left footed, and it is gone. It hasn't gone out. It's gone out to the left, right, and still kept in play. Out comes the corner back. The corner back is playing Ducks and Drake with his marker. The ball comes out to McKeever. McKeever looks up. McKeever gives a lovely dinky pass in over the top. Out comes Farker, he looks good with the jersey, the big white jersey, the Armagh jersey, gives it out to the corner forward. McKeever has the ball on the hand. He checks inside, he looks up, where's the option? And he kicked that one. Well, he kicked that straight into Darren Kelly, the goalkeeper. Darren gets the ball out, away over on the left-hand side. The ball is with Paul Courtney, I think it's Courtney, we're not sure. And the ball is with Owen Murray, the centre half back, he's coming out with the ball. He gives the ball away to the left-hand side. The ball is on the ground. It's up in the air now, way over on the left-hand side, past the 45-metre line, coming up the field. Shanks has the ball. Handed toe. He looks up, handed toe. He still looks. Where's the options? He gives a little fist pass in over the top two. Brian Mullen dropped that ball. He took his eye off the ball. And there's Farker all the way back into the half-back line, looking for that ball. And I can tell you, this is not a charity match. This is a competitive game of football where the two teams are trying very gallantly to win this match. The score, 4-3 in favour of the Townies this afternoon. The referee, Mickey Leonard, Mickey says play on. Somebody says the ball's out, but the referee says play on. Get the ball into play, and that's exactly what's happened. The ball has gone out to Big Turley. Turley gives a great pass inside here to number 18, we don't know who number 18 is, but number 18 has the ball, and he's gone down the right-hand side. Shanks again, and he hits this one well. He was right to hit that one, and it came off his shin and dribbled along the ground and picked up by the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper puts it out. Danny Shanks says, Brenton Gorman, it's great to have a very famous referee in Armagh here beside us this afternoon. We'll ask him some questions about the referees and what he thinks of the referees. But that ball is kicked long and high, and it has gone to the right and wide. Brenton, would you like to be out there refereeing or playing?
I suppose I'd like to do both if I was fit, but unfortunately I'm not. I enjoyed my refereeing, but I had a young playing career, was ended too with injury. So I had to go into refereeing very, very early. So I would say I probably would still be like to be officiating if I was at all healthy at all.
So there we have it. Brenton Gorman, well, he refereed for years, and now he had to retire through. He had to retire through ill health this afternoon. But the ball is with Owen Murray, way over on the far left-hand side. He gives it inside to Turley. Turley looks up, and he's been hammered into the ground by the ball. The referee, that was a hard one there from the referee, Mickey Leonard. Mickey says it's all right. The ball is with Paddy McKeever. Paddy McKeever basically in the middle of the field. He's going to be launching this ball in over the top. That's a great ball in over the top. And up goes McKeever. The ball is hit with Farker, and he side foots that over the top of the bar. Stephen Farker's third point of the game this afternoon. And it's all square here, I believe. 4-4 here in David Park. Or David Park, Clanarn Park. Oh, darn say David Park. 21 minutes gone in Clanarn Park. This most definitely is Clanarn Park, Eugene.
Very much so, Damien, absolutely. I think the country team have hit Stephen Farker with a long ball all the time. Paddy McKeever's coming out the midfield, giving him plenty of room. And when Stephen gets the ball, as you can see, turn right, turn left, clinical, sticking it over the bar. So it's a very simple game plan so far.
And we have Paul. We have a substitution coming in here for the Townies. There's a man come off there, but the town men are defending. Paddy McKeever looks for the ball. The ball is gone back to Stephen Farker. Stephen pulls. Well, there's a wee bit of a shamuzzle over on the far side there, and the two boys look at each other and say, that's okay, lads, we're play on here. The ball is with Beattie, and he looks up with the ball down the left-hand side. A daisy cut into the full forward line. A wee push, a wee knee in the back there, but the ball is picked up by Fox, and he looks round, and that's Ryan Henderson. Ryan was held there, and this could be the go-ahead score for the Townies this afternoon down here in Clanarn Park. We have another sub coming in here. Another sub coming in here. Another Farker coming in here. We're waiting to see where he is or what. Paul Farker. Well, he would be a countryman, wouldn't he? Aye. Okay, we have him here at number 20, so he's number 21. So, see, even Brenton Gorman comes from Lurgan and he's getting confused here. The countrymen are playing in white, the Townies are playing in orange here. And we have another sub coming in here for number 20. We have Paul Farker. Well, Paul has already come in here, so we're waiting to see what's happening here. As usual, as we come to these games in the clubs, we get confused with the Even the organisers here don't know who's coming in here. Eugene Craney's looking, well, he's looking mystified here. Brenton Gorman's looking mystified. There's 2 Paul Fockers, he says. and not even a sign of Robert De Niro about the place here this afternoon. Here in Clanarn Park. The ball is picked up by number 5. Number 5 was Ryan McQuillan. Ryan's a big lump of a fella. And there goes big James Lavery. James, well, the referee gave that free again, James, and James was thinking that was his free. The ball is kicked long down. Paddy McKeever, he tries to get Farker. The ball is picked up by McKeever. McKeever gives the ball back to Farker. He looks up. There's no support, but he gives a lovely pass inside to McKeever. McKeever hits this with his right foot. A great block down there by the cornerback, and the 2 men are down on the ground. The referee says that's a free out. Mickey Leonard, 23 minutes gone here. Barry McDonald was fouled there over on the far side. So we have a tight game here. Barry McDonald looks up. The helicopter's still here. We're still playing Gaelic games live on 5FM this afternoon here down in Clanarn Park, where, well, the rain's coming in over the top of the far side of Lurgan. There's no doubt about that. It hasn't reached us here yet. It's all happening here in Clanarn Park. Great charity match here, and I can tell you there's not much love lost between the 2 teams. And out comes big Barry McDonald, the fullback. Barry gives the ball inside, and this coming down over the top 2. Big midfielder, Turley. Turley looks up. Turley says, who wants the ball? The ball is given to the centre half forward, Brian Mallon. Ball was pushed inside there, and the man was hammered into the ground. The number 10, well, it's Paul Carville. Paul is wearing number 10. Well, he's down as number 10, but he's wearing number 12. And there's an opportunity here for them to go one more ahead in this game. 38 metres out, 10 metres in from the right-hand side here from the wee glass dugout here on the new lovely stand here in Clanarn Park. Hits this left-footed, and it dropped into the full-back's hand, but the ball's broken down. Big full-backs wrestling in there with Ryan Henderson. Henderson looks up, ball is broken down, and out comes the countrymen with the ball. They're coming out with the ball. The tackles are fast and hard coming in the far side. There goes corner forward. Cornerback kicks the ball away out to Farker. Farker has the ball. He looks up. He goes hand to toe. He checks inside, takes a lot of steps. He looks up. He rolls off his man. He takes a lot of steps, and the referee says that's a free in. Mickey Leonard runs up, and Mickey says there's a wee pull there. Mickey's seen the wee pull. We didn't see the pull, but that's a free in. And that's a free in to the countrymen here. 45 metres out in front of the goals towards the left-hand side here as we look out from the covered stand. And there's a good crowd here this afternoon down in Clanarn Park. The rain has stayed off. The rain has stayed off here. The helicopter's still here. The rain has stayed off. Paddy McKeever. Is that Paddy McKeever? Is that Farker? We're not. Yes, Paddy McKeever hits that one. Is it going over the bar? No, that one's gone over the bar all right, but it's the bar in some club behind the field down there. That ball went definitely to the left and wide. Darren Kelly, the goalkeeper, will be kicking this ball out. 25 minutes gone. We have the score. 4-4. It's all square here in this game of football. And don't forget our tax number. There's somebody's mobile phone going off somewhere behind us. Don't forget our messages. Keep the tax coming in here this afternoon. Somebody says there's another sub coming in here. The ball is kicked out. The ball is on the ground. There's a big tackle coming in over on the far left-hand side. Ball's picked up by Courtney. Way down to the left-hand side. Out comes McKeever. He looks up and he goes hand to toe with the ball. He checks past his man. Where's the support? The support is coming in from behind. Ball is in over the top towards Farker. We push there. Good work by the fullback. The keeper comes out. Kelly. Kelly gives the ball out too. Paul O'Hagan. Paul O'Hagan's wearing his jersey there, and there's a look out. There goes my notes. My notes is taken off, and my notes are flying down through the stand here. Brian Mallon has the ball. He looks up. Brian says, who wants the ball? A great ball down into the corner. If that was Stephen McDonald, he would love that one. Great stuff there, Brenton. Ball is picked up here, and Brian Mallon has the ball back again. He hits that one. If that one goes over the bar to the left and wide, that would have been a cracking score there, Eugene.
Very, very close to at the end. Just spun off his foot there. It was great work by Brian Mallon. Him and Paul Carville from Turnernoga are doing very, very well together there, with Ryan Henderson up front and full forward. But so far, it's 4-8 apparently, and it's very, very good. Close game so far.
And we have another novelty one coming in, another novelty act coming in. Well, a game. I'm just going to have to see. Can you read this out? There's a fundraising day and night for the hospice on Sunday the 7th of December. Spartak versus Rest of Newry at 3 p.m. in Newry Town. So another novelty act there. That's the soccer men doing their work for the hospice, and we wish them well. If it's as good a game as we're having here this afternoon, it'll be some game of football. There's no doubt about that. But we have a white ball here. The ball is kicked out into the middle of the field. And the ball, there's a great catch there in the middle. The boys need long studs here on them because the ground's getting a wee bit slippy. But out come the Countrymen. They're coming up the left-hand side here with the ball. Ball kicked long, down along the ground. And it has gone out along the line past the first dugout here. And Brenton Gorman, it's great to have a referee. We're able to do a bit of work for you here. We have 27 and a half minutes gone there. The ball is with, trying to see who's with, it's with Big Turley. Turley kicks the ball away over to the far side, and the ball is pushed down, and the referee should have let the game go on there. We had Paul Courtney. Paul was through. The referee says that's a free. Brian Mallon's going to be hitting this one. No, Brian takes a quick free, gives it back to Courtney. Courtney looks up, checks inside with the ball. He gives the ball into Fox. Fox, the ball was pushed out on the left-hand side, away over on the 21-metre line on the far side of the field. We have a sideline free here. Brian Mallon seems to be picking the ball up. Who wants the ball? He's saying there's not a man here in the middle. The ball is kicked inside, but there's nobody this side of the field. Mallon has the ball back up again. He gives a pass out to Courtney. Courtney looks up. Courtney says, who wants the ball? The ball is with Paul O'Hagan. Paul O'Hagan over on the far sideline. Oh, there's a tackle there. That's a high tackle. The referee says, well, the referee was sort of forced to give that one, Eugene.
Two county men there, Damien. Brendan Donaghy just pulled Brian Mallon down and he was going through, so there's no love lost there. So even at this stage, you can't call this a club match, but I remember Brian McAlitten saying one time that he hated the club men playing against each other, he says, because they ended up badly injured. So there's no love lost there. Good hard hitting, good hard tackle.
And we got a resulting point there from that free, from the big man with the curly hair. Ryan Henderson, somebody says, well, we give that to him anyway, but, well, we have 29 minutes gone, 1 minute left here, and I can tell you, as a charity match, there hasn't been much love lost between the two teams. It's tough, and it's a bit like championship football, believe it or not. Ball is out in the middle of the field. There's some great fielding. Ball's picked up way over on the far side by Farker. Farker looks up. Where's the support? And he gives it in to McKeever. And it's not McKeever, that's Paul McCahey. McCahey, the big midfielder. He gives the ball back out to James Lavery. James Lavery looks up. James gives it to Farker now. Farker goes from about 60 yards. He hits that one with the right foot. And it has gone to the right and wide. That would have been a queer score there, but it went to the right and wide. And we're coming into the last minute of the first half. Who will be refereeing the second half this afternoon, Eugene?
Eamon Nugent from Mark, he's coming in, Damien. Mickey Leonard's during the first half, so just to balance the thing up, I thought it would be fair.
Eugene, you should have had somebody from South Armagh refereeing this match.
I thought about Jimmy McKee, but this match isn't big enough for Jimmy.
Oh, gosh, we don't say that. Jimmy's not a bad referee either. And the Townies are coming out with the ball here. As we look up, they're coming out here by Owen Murray. He's driving down the right-hand side. Billy Shanks gives the ball inside to Henderson. Henderson hits this with the right foot. And is it gone over the bar? Yes, a great score there from Ryan Henderson. Ryan Henderson has scored 3 points this afternoon. Playing well is Ryan Henderson. And I think that puts the Townies in front here as we come rattling towards the end of the first half. No question about that. Somebody says there's a night at the races. Well, there goes the half-time whistle and the score. Well, the score is 6-4 in favour of the Townies. Brian Mallon, Paul Courtney has scored 2. Mallon 1. Ryan Henderson has scored 3. Stephen Farker has scored 3. And Stevenson has scored 1. And Eugene says we need the microphone here this afternoon. And if I give Eugene the right microphone, I definitely have the clue. Is that all? It was tough and it was tight. And I can tell you, the second half.
Thanks very much, Oliver. Boys, first of all, 6 points to 4 on behalf of the town team. Looking at things at the start of the game, it looked very, very strong as far as the country were concerned. A few injuries, a few boys playing. Pitch are a bit sticky, but Paul, so far you're 6-4 in front. How do you feel?
Well, we're very, very pleased with the first half performance. Going into the match, we were the underdogs, and they're a big, strong side, and we have a lot of fellas out there small, but our football in the first half, we were playing low balls in the forward line. Our forward line was Ryan Henderson, Paul Corville, and David Torrey on fire in there. We're playing some great football, and what's pleasing from that first half was the midfield won the battle, and we were up against McKechnie and Lavery, and we thought we were going to come off second best, but our midfielders won the battle there because they wanted it more.
Your boys look very, very hungry for the ball. You said about Corville. Paul Corville's not a bad player, could maybe Peter McDonald have a look at him?
Well, I would say if he gets the right delivery in there, he's as deadly as any forward in the county. He's a fantastic free kick taker as well into the bargain, and there's no doubt he's small, but so is James McCurtain.
Very much so, Jim. You're doing okay as you're behind at the minute, and a lot of people have opinions here stand looking at it. You're just not giving Stephen Fogger the ball quick enough. When he gets the ball, he's causing trouble up front.
No, and Stephen is having to come drift out the field, which we don't want him to do, but I suppose he's getting starved, as you say in there. If you're talking about Peter McDonald to look at somebody, if I was Peter McDonald looking at somebody today, I'd be looking at Brian Henderson. I thought he's been absolutely outstanding in there. The ball into him at the same time is great. Look, football matches hunger, half the battle, and the town team has got the hunger at the minute.
Young Cusack at full back, right corner back's a decent player, the Murray man.
Yeah, but at the same time, we're having too much to do, and when we're coming out of there, we're trying to play it out there. Instead of with that bit of a breeze, we should have been getting it into the full forward line quicker than we were. Richie Stevenson's been starved of it, Stefan's been starved of it, but hopefully we can, maybe the conditions will suit us in the second half. Maybe this team will run out of steam. I hope they run out of steam anyhow, because they've been by far the better side, they've been by far the hungrier side, and deserve to be and should be more up half time.
Well, that's the 2 years. Could he come back next year if it works out?
I'm absolutely delighted. It's been a privilege to be part of this year. This has been a great advert for North Armagh football, and we need it badly, because for North Armagh football needs somebody up there challenging the Cross McLeans.
So I'll be back next year yourself, Jim.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. As Paul says, North Armagh football at the minute is down on a down spiral, and it's about time it has to be looked at, should be looked at, and more work be put into it, and I hope, no doubt about it, that this should be an annual event.
Right, I'll just get back to your teams. Best luck for the second half. Thank you. Lurgan man here, the inimitable Mr. Paul Martin here, standing talking to us, Clonagale man. Paul, with a couple of Clonagale men, Rooney Austin's off with tonsillitis, Garth didn't arrive up, and Dwyer got injured at work, with Paul O'Hagan representing the Clans out there. But as far as Lurgan, North Armagh and all's concerned, it's a decent game so far. The Turner in front 6-4.
Yes, a very good game, very entertaining game for really nothing at stake. But the important thing is that St Vincent de Paul are the big winners here today. I think that's very important. Yeah.
And the people who come out, Paul, a bad old rainy day. Last Sunday, the sun was split in the trees, so it's good to see people come out on a day like this to support a worthwhile charity during the credit crunch.
Absolutely, and sure, what would you be doing sitting in the house in front of the fire? It's beginning to sound good already. But no, very good. It's worth coming out. Nothing like a game of Gaelic football. What better could you come out for?
It says a lot when a lot of the county players actually showed up as well, so they give it plenty of credence.
Absolutely, and we were just saying here, we see former players standing about here on the stand from rival clubs, standing talking together. That's what it's all about, one big family.
Thanks very much, Paul. Thank you. Thank you. Pádraig McKeever, Pádraig plays midfield for our Rogue. Pádraig, we've got a nice prototype football out here today, sponsored by yourselves. So far, so good. It hasn't done him any funny shapes, so obviously as well tested by Croke Park, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, we've spent the last 3 or 4 years trying to get the ball right, and it's great to see it actually used in a game where people can see it perform properly, and it's good to see it going over the bar. So it seems to be working all right. So we're happy, very happy.
On the football front there, the country boys are 2 points behind. Is that something you had expected, considering we're very, very strong line out?
The country team looked stronger anyway on paper, but the town boys seem to be more dangerous up front. Paul Carville and Brian and Ryan Henderson are doing brilliantly, so it's going to be hard for the country team in that weather to come back now and do the business.
So next year, can we see a big push from your own company there, McKeevers?
Hey, well, we're going to try. We've a new range. We had a photo shoot yesterday up in Jordanstown with a lot of county players, and we've a new brochure coming out after Christmas, and we're going to give it a go with the football and all the training equipment and everything. So hopefully it'll go to plan.
Thanks very much, Pádraig. Thank you. Thanks. All right, Kieran. This is another Clonagale man, Kieran here. Kieran, Paul O'Hagan's doing well for Clonagale out there. He's doing very well.
Yeah, he is doing very well. It's good to see a lot of North Armagh boys out, and it's good to see our county boys out playing too. It's great. I know the weather's very, very heavy here, and the helicopters are going mad, but it's a great day to see a lot of boys out playing.
But are you surprised the town's in front 6 points to 4?
Yeah, I am. I'm really surprised. I know that's very, very conditions, but the odd teams must be doing a Joe Kieran stunt, are they? They haven't been out yet.
They're going to stay for a while in the changing rooms. Get another cup of tea.
Don't know what I am yet.
He runs after our old ladies and Clonagale seniors.
One thing it.
Oliver Toll says, do it right, don't get the names mixed up. And if I get the name mixed up, sure, it's all part and parcel of the game. That's Oliver Toll, the video man. He's known as the length and breadth of this country. There's not a game he's never at. And we're waiting to see is there any changes. Eamon Nugent, the new referee's in for the second half. The rain is coming down. The phones are getting wet. The paper's getting wet. But the most important thing is we're staying dry here this afternoon. We're just waiting for the referee. And somebody's away with one of them new balls that was made for the game here this afternoon. Somebody has a ball under their arm and they're away out the gate with it. Nugent, no, hold on. It's kicked back in again. The ball has been kicked back in again this afternoon. We're waiting to see is there any changes in the teams here this afternoon. And as Brenton says to me, I have orange wrote on my sheet here, and that's the white team, and that's confused Brenton, and it's now confusing me. So the second half is about to commence. The second half has started here in Clonard Park, and well, that looks like Paddy McKeever. Paddy McKeever heading towards goals with the ball, takes a lot of steps, gives the ball out to Farker. Farker looks up, hits this right-footed, and it's gone to the left and gone wide. And we have number 21 in. Number 21 for the white team is, well, we don't know who he is. Well, according to the team sheet, Paul Brady. It could be Paul Brady. We're waiting to see who it is. We think it might be Brady. Well, Brenton doesn't know, and if Brenton doesn't know and he's from this part of the country, I'm bait, that's for sure. But the goalkeeper will be kicking this ball out. Ball is kicked out into the middle of the field. And up goes Lavery. The ball is picked up. The ball is on the ground. Paddy McKeever goes for the ball, but he doesn't get the ball. The ball is out to Paul O'Hagan. Paul O'Hagan looks up. Paul O'Hagan gives the ball out to Danny Shanks. Big Shanks has the ball under his hands. I wonder if there's any relation to Charlie Shanks. Could be. Great handballer from this part of the country here. And Henderson spins round. He looks up. He hits this left-footed. Is it gone over the bar? A great score there by Henderson from the left foot. And now Eugene Craney nearly pulled us off her there. Great shot there from Ryan Henderson. He checked inside with the right foot and dropped it on his left and fired it over the bar. So the Townies head on. Well, that's some 7-4 in favour of the men from the Towns up here in North Armagh. This afternoon, the ball is out in the middle of the field. The ball is on the ground. The ball was picked off the ground there. Oh, there's a wee bit of a push in the middle, but the referee says play on. Paddy McKeever gives a pass inside. And could there be an opportunity here? It's coming in over the top, but the ball is given away. The ball is picked up by the fullback. The fullback, big Barry McDonald. Barry McDonald gets the ball. Back to the goalkeeper, Kelly. Kelly looks up. Oh, Kelly kicks the ball straight at this man. The ball is broken down. And there could be a chance here. Has the ball gone out? The ball has gone out and wide. As you watch that in an old soccer match, Oisin McKeever blocked the ball down there. The goalkeeper kicked it up him, and the ball broke down and nearly skimmed into the back of the net. That'll look good on the video this afternoon down in St. Peter's Park after this game this afternoon. We'll see how good it was or how close it was here in Clonard Park. The rain has sort of gone away. The helicopter's still there. The game is still on here in Clonard Park. The rain, well, you can see a wee bit of rain. Ball is kicked out. Ball is out into the middle of the field. And up goes big 20, big number 20. Don't know who Brandon Gorman says, don't know who 20 is. We're going to get a route down here. As we look out, ball is on the ground. Picked up by the centre half back. Murray, he looks up. He goes long with the ball. The ball is in over the top. The ball is dropping down. There's great work there by McCahey. He has the ball in his hands. There's three men around him. He looks around him and he's minced in there. And the referee says that's a free. That's a free. When the referee says play on, he was given the free. And then the man was pulled to the ground. But the referee says play on. Play on. The ball is kicked down along the left-hand side here. And we have the man from Tiernanog. Paul Courtney. Paul Courtney gave the pass inside. The man just scooped that one off the ground. Ball is still in hand here. Underneath us here, there's men sliding along the ground on their knees. But he's got the ball back again. Gives the ball right across the field here to the Clonagale man. Clonagale man is Paul O'Hagan. Paul O'Hagan gives the ball into Dorn. Dorn give the ball away. Out comes the countryman with the ball. Number 21. Don't know who number 21 is. We haven't got him on our program. It doesn't really matter. Down along the side here, the corner forward. The corner forward is, well, the referee has given a free. The corner forward there was James Grimley, not James Grimley. Richard Stevenson down here underneath us here. There's an opportunity here. Paddy McKeever's going to be hitting this one. Paddy gets a bit of grass, throws it up in the air to see what way the breeze is blowing. The breeze hasn't gone anywhere. There's no breeze. Paddy has the ball in his hand. That's about 30 metres out, about 5 metres in from the sideline here towards the right-hand side of the stand. Paddy takes a couple of steps inside, left-footed, and he hammers that one over the bar. That's a cracking score from the boot of Paddy McKeever. That's Paddy's first score of the afternoon and the Countrymen's first score of the second half. Eugene, what do you think of that score?
Nice one, Damien. The weather's getting a wee bit intrepid here, as I say, but doing well so far. This town team's what, 7-4? Is it 8-4 in front?
God, Eugene, I can never get the score right. We're looking down here. 7-5 the score is, Eugene.
7 points to 5. A goal will probably change the match, so who knows how it's going to turn out in the last 15 or 20 minutes.
But Eugene, there's a great crowd here in Clonard Park, considering the afternoon.
There is, Damien. As I said, I had to play it last Sunday. The sun was split in the trees. Unfortunately, it rained just at a bad time. But so far, people have come out and they've backed this thing, and it's good to see it. And maybe next year, if we get the timing right, it'll be better yet again. It's the first time we've done it.
And Henderson was hammered into the ground there on the left-hand side. He came in with the ball, a great pass in by Courtney to Henderson. And Henderson has the ball on the 21-metre line, about 7 metres in from the sideline here. And he marks the spot, and he said, I'm going to have a go at this one. Will he sit it in the ground or will he kick it out of his hands? He's going to kick it out of his hands. The referee, Nugent from Mahary, says play on, get the ball into play here. And Henderson, he runs forward with the ball. He looks up and he hits this right-footed. Is it going over the bar? Oh, great score there from the boot of Henderson. A cracking score. That's 5 points from the boot of Ryan Henderson this afternoon. And Murray's going to be kicking this ball out. He comes out to the 21-metre line. He sets the ball on top of his little T right in the middle of the D. The ball is going to be kicked down long here. We're not sure what way the breeze is blowing. The breeze is blowing down this way. Out comes. The ball is skidded along the ground. The ball is picked up by Paddy McKeever. Paddy McKeever launches a long ball down to the full forward line. And out comes Stephen Farker. But the ball has beat them all and gone out to the left. And Eugene, I would say the tactics would be to bomb the ball down to Farker.
Yeah, in fairness, Damien, if they'd given more of the ball in the first half, the country team could have done a lot better because he's very, very decisive. But maybe they hadn't hit him quick enough. They're playing some balls in them fair enough. They're going out fairly wide. He has to go out and get him and turn on a slippery pitch. So if they get it in more direct, who knows?
Well, who knows is right. Stephen Farker, a good footballer. I know Peter McDonald likes Stephen Farker as a footballer. Ball is in over the top here. There was a wee bit of a wait for the ball there. And it's picked up by Brian Mallon. Brian gives the ball into his teammate. Paul Carville. Paul looks up. Paul says, who wants the ball? He's playing very dinky type football here, hand to toe with the ball. Tries to go past his man, but he gets the ball back again. He looks up. Where's the overlap? He gets the ball back again, but he drops the ball. There's two men coming out at him. There's a great tackle there by Wilson. Wilson hit him there. There was a great tackle there by Wilson. The ball is up in the air. It's going to be broken down here, but the ball has gone on over the top, and the ball is picked up. No, it's not. The ball is played soccer style along the ground. Picked up now by the number 18, Danny Shanks. Danny fell on his knees, and Owen Murray. We're number 6, but he's covered in muck at the minute. And there goes Courtney. The ball is in over the top, but Henderson went for that ball. The ball is scooted along the ground, picked up, and could be another chance here. The ball is hit left-footed. Is it gone over the bar? A cracking score there from Turley, all from about 30 metres out.
Great score from David Turley there, Damien. If you notice in there, Paul Carville's involved in nearly everything. Brendan Donaghy's having a really tired afternoon here against, and Brendan Donaghy's a very experienced player, but Henderson's turned him inside out, left and right, and between Henderson and Carville and Brian Mallon, they look very, very decisive up front.
And Brent, you've just added up the score. What is the score at the minute?
It's 9-5 to the Town at the minute.
9-5 to the Townies at the minute, and the Town are playing well this afternoon here in Clonard Park. The ball is broken on the ground. The ball is picked up. Courtney looks up. This ball's going to be going long into the full forward line. Out comes Henderson. He has the ball. He checks inside. He goes hand to toe. He's heading towards goals. Henderson's going to be putting this to the back of the net, and he rolls the ball onto the keeper into the back of the net. Ryan Henderson is given an exhibition of football here this afternoon. I can tell you, Eugene, Ryan Henderson is playing some football.
He isn't, Davis. We spoke earlier, Damien, about Brendan Donaghy's marking him there, but when Henderson's on fire, he's on fire. He's one of those players, when he plays well, he's absolutely brilliant.
There's no doubt about it, and he's been superb. He scored a goal in 5 points. Eugene, if there's a man of the match today, he would be definitely getting it. There's no question about that. But down here in Clonard Park, it's not about trophies. It's about St. Vincent de Paul and this match. And I can tell you, this is a tough championship style type of game. There's no charity here with the players on the field. They're playing hard, tough football. The country versus the town, and the Townies are absolutely flying here this afternoon. Big hits coming in. Big hit by Paddy McKeever. Paddy stole the ball. Paddy has a shoulder up. Oh, Paddy threw the hand in there. It's getting up close and personal with some of the players. And Eugene, this is not a charity match.
Well, you can see Paddy there just sort of nods the elbow back into somebody there. Paddy was looking to get the ball. What he was saying by that movement was, let's get into this game and get ourselves organised, because they're behind. It needs a leader there somewhere. Salford Fog are going to take a game by the scruff of the neck. So far, the Town are dominating, but who knows what's going to happen in the last 10 or 15 minutes.
There's no doubt about it. And this game is brought to you in association with Hughes Bookmakers down there in Monaghan Street tonight. And of course, 5FM. And we thank Hughes Bookmakers for that, because without them, we wouldn't be here. The ball is kicked out into the middle of the field. Ball is broken down. Ball is picked up again, blocked down. And, well, this gives the Countrymen a chance. And the ball is through inside, but picked up. The Townies are playing measured football here. Lurgan-style football, if you know what I mean. Brian Mallon goes long with the ball, and he's running up the middle, and he's calling for the ball. O'Hagan has the ball. He hits this right-footed, and he fires it over the bar. Another great score from O'Hagan, and the Townies are showing the Countrymen how to play football this afternoon. The bragging rights in North Armagh is definitely with the Townies as we speak at this moment. There's no doubt about that. And Brent, you're counting up the score.
Again, it looks good here for the Town. It's 110 to 5 points.
110 to 5.
Do you think does Brandon get it right when he's refereeing Damien as well when he's counting up?
Well,
you count the cards, he's not too bad, you know.
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. That's another one. That happened to us earlier on. The ball is with Brian Mallon. Brian Mallon's been pulled to the ground. Brian looks up and he says, I had a free there, ref. Brian Mallon puts this one in over the top, and out comes the corner forward. McKeever. No, Fox. Fox goes, and Fox puts that one over the bar. A great score by Fox. As I look down, I get confused with the way of this road out, and Brenton says I get confused too. But we're talking about referees getting scores wrong. The referees, Brenton, did they ever get the score wrong?
No, not to my knowledge. Everything's been on.
There we go from Brenton Gorman. Well, we'll tell him a story about a match we done live this year. The ball is out in the middle of the field. The ball is broken down. Again, the Townies are in control of everything here this afternoon. Turley, he gives the ball inside to Henderson. The referee says he picked that one off the ground, but he didn't. He let the ball beat him, and then he put us two under it. We have a substitute coming in here. Paddy McKeever. Paddy tries to go past his man. He looks up. Referee says, hold on, Paddy, we're going to be bringing in a substitute. And, you know, it's great to be allowed into your kitchens, your living rooms, and your sunrooms, and your cars and your lorries today to bring this game live right across the country for 5FM. Live Gaelic games on local radio. No better place to be. The ball is on the ground. Paddy McKeever goes after the ball. There's two men down. The referee says, hold on, Paddy. Paddy thought he was away there. This ball's going to be hopped up. There's no doubt about that. There's two men injured there, Eugene. Two men running into each other.
Just a wee bit of a clash, team. I don't think it's anything too serious there, you know. But I'm just looking at both teams there. Brandon Mallon is dictating everything around centre half forward, and the boys are laying off him there with good passes left and right. But he's a difference. Even though Henderson's doing all the scoring, Mallon is dictating the game really from centre half forward there from the Town team.
No doubt about that. And of course, I was just saying to Brenton, referees never get the score wrong. Brenton, we done a game this year, and well, one of the referees, we'll not say who he was, he didn't add on one of the scores, and the game ended up a draw, but really, it wasn't a draw. And the referee, somebody asked me what was the score, and I said, well, I'm not refereeing.
Unfortunately, that does happen. Whatever the referee has down in his book will stand. If it's a mistake made, it's an honest mistake, and everybody makes mistakes, so I wouldn't hold that against them. Like.
Oh, absolutely not. And that referee that day, he refereed the match fairly well. The ball is still in the hands of Brian Mallon. Brian Mallon, as you say, Eugene, is dictating everything here. He's like a general with the army. He's doing all the right moves at the right time. Ball's gone away over to the far left-hand side, and the ball is with the Townies over on the right-hand side. But as I say that, I put the shamuzzle on him. He kicked the ball over the line, and it went wide. And that seemed to be Courtney. Way over on the far right-hand side. The helicopter's still flying over. There's substitutions coming in here. 19, 18 and 22. 19, 18, Emmett Hawkins coming on. James Fox is coming on. That must be a Mahary man. There's no doubt about that. That's a famous name from Mahary, the Foxes.
We also see Paul Wilson coming into the fray there. Paul Wilson was the under-21 goalkeeper for Armagh back in 2004, won the All-Ireland, Damien.
And we have a chance here. Henderson is looking up. He was looking for the overlap. He goes hand-to-toe with the ball, and he just clips that one over the bar. 1/6 from the boot of Ryan Henderson this afternoon, Eugene. He's playing well.
Absolutely brilliant, Damien. You know, that's Ryan again. Like he can score from any foot, but he's dictating things up front. Brandon Donaghy's having a real difficult afternoon, in fairness, against him.
No doubt about that. And I suppose if Peter McDonald was here, this would be a good. Well, he know Ryan Henderson isn't a bad player. And we have Emmett Hawkins coming in. Somebody says we have five. There's 5 Foxes on here this afternoon. Would that be correct? Or 5 Mahary men playing here this afternoon? Well, we'll know in a minute. The sun has come out, the rain has gone. Well, the helicopter's still up there, but we're back here down in Clanarn Park where we have the Townies. The Townies are playing the Countrymen, and the Townies are in control of the game. Ball is kicked out by Murray here. We have 13 and a half minutes gone here this afternoon. The ball is on the ground. 1-12-5 is the score as we speak with 14 minutes gone. Brian Mallon looks for the ball. Brian Mallon says, give me the ball. Brian gives a lovely pass inside to Henderson. Henderson looks up. He gives the ball away to the far right-hand side. And this ball's going to be back to Henderson. Henderson spins round. He looks up. Where's his support? He gives his support back into number 18, Shanks. Shanks looks up, but Shanks gives the ball away. And out comes the Countrymen with the ball. And they would need to be getting a score on the board, but they're getting it hard to get the ball out here. There was a foot in there, soccer style. The referee says that's a free. This ball is coming in over the top here. I could have nearly run out and got it myself. It's that close to me. McGahey goes hand to toe. McGahey looks up. He gives the pass inside. He gives the pass inside too. Falker, but Falker dropped the ball, but he got the ball back up again. And the ball is hit right-footed into the hand of one of the cornerbacks for Barry. Barry McDonald picks the ball up. Barry picks the ball up, the fullback. The ball is out here with Paul O'Hagan. O'Hagan comes out with the ball, hand to toe. He looks up. Where's the support? He's holding the ball and waiting, and he offloads the ball to his big midfielder, and the ball is with the big full-back, Barry McDonald. Barry has ventured up the field like Francie Bellew. He's gone past the 45-metre line. There was it's got a wee bit tough here now underneath us here. The ball is along the ground. Paddy McKeever. Paddy tries to pick the ball up. He goes hand to toe. No, he has the ball in his hand to toe now. He looks up, right-footed in over the top. He's dropping the ball in on top of the full forward line. The ball is broken down, but that was a free there, but the referee says play on. The Townies, well, they're defending, but Falker has an opportunity here, and he goes, and he pulls that one, and the ball went to the left and saved. He was going for the score there, Eugene.
Yeah, very much so, Damien. Damien Lowe's and Vincent de Paul's a big winner here. Maybe this is about preparation. The town management of Paul Henderson, Tommy Coleman and Gary Mallon met actually earlier this morning about 11 o'clock and did their preparations long before the match started. So it could all be about preparation, Damien.
And we had a chip there. That could have been in the back of the net. And great work there by the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper flicked that one out for a 45. Kelly, that was a little chip, soccer style, nearly went into the back of the net. The Countrymen are trying very hard. Paddy McKeever. Paddy's coming out to the 45 to kick this one. Paddy McKeever. Paddy will be hitting this one off the ground, trying to drop it in the danger zone. We have 16 minutes gone here in this game. The big charity match up here in North Armagh, where we have the Townies versus the Countrymen. And the Townsmen, they're absolutely flying at the minute. Paddy McKeever. Paddy tries to get another score on the board. He hits this one long. It's dropping. It's going over the bar. Oh, a cracking score from the boot of Paddy McKeever. Paddy's second score this afternoon, and the second score of the second half for the Countrymen. The score, Brenton, at this stage is 1-12 to 6 points in favour of the Townies. The Countrymen need to be getting an old goal on the board here. Falker had an opportunity earlier on, and a good save, a block on the line. Eamon Nugent, Mahariman is refereeing the game here this afternoon. And we have Brenton Gorman. Brenton refereed right across the country at all levels for the GAA. He's helping us out this afternoon, as is Eugene Craney. And the referee says that's a free there. Brian Mallon drove the ball into Henderson, but the referee says that's a free. Brenton Donaghy. Brenton's come out into the middle of the field, has he? We're looking to see what's going to be happening here, but the ball is in over the top. There's an overlap here. The cornerback, Cusack. Cusack comes in on the left-hand side. He looks up. Who wants the ball? Out to Falker. The ball is up in the air. The ball is hanging. It's up in the air. There's snow on this one. Oh, great catch there by Kelly. Darn Kelly. He's a Mariner player, and he just picked that one off the crossbar. Great work there by the young goalkeeper from the town. Pressure shot, pressure catch, and the ball was put out to safety. But the Countrymen are attacking. Paddy McKeever, left-footed, over the top, tries to get the ball, but is picked up easy by the defence. Brian Mallon is absolutely everywhere this afternoon, and he's playing some football, is Brian Mallon. Brian had a horrendous year with injuries and what have you, but he's out here playing this afternoon. Ball back out here too. Shanks, big Shanks, he goes hand to toe, and there's an overlap for Brian Mallon. It comes into Brian Mallon. Brian Mallon goes to the ball, picks it up, gives it into Henderson. Henderson is going to empty the ball over the bar. I thought he was going to go for the goal. I thought he was going to hammer it into the back of the net, but that is 1-13, and that is 1-13 to 6 points, and Ryan Henderson has scored 1-7. Ryan, if I was Peter McDonald, I'd be looking at his phone number, Eugene.
Well, Ryan was there, Damien, if I can remember, when Joe Kiernan was there. He got a bit of a run out with Armagh at the start of one particular time at the National League. Did very, very well, in fairness, in a couple of games in Cross McLean. But I don't know what happened. He wasn't called back up again, but he's certainly a lot of talent. Well, the commitment's there, I don't know, but he's certainly got the talent to play for Armagh, that's for sure.
There's no doubt about that. And, well, the ball is with Courtney. Courtney gives the ball back to. And that ball was kicked by big Mark Beattie. Mark kicked that one to the left and wide. Eugene, that was a sort of a shot I would have took myself.
Yeah, I think that's one of the tiredness ones. Your limbs went there, Damien. But ironically, the smaller players on a heavy pitch are doing far better than some of the bigger players from the countrymen. So is it about fitness? We don't know. Maybe some of these boys are playing soccer on Saturday. But it looks the town team certainly look fitter this minute in time.
And we have a substitute coming in here. We're not sure he has. He's wearing number 2, but Wilson. According to the programme, it's Wilson here. We're not sure, but we'll say it is anyway. The ball is coming out into the middle of the field. Ball is broken down. Bran Mallon's in the mix there for the ball, but the ball doesn't get to him. And out comes, is that Donaghy? Brenton Donaghy's come out to the middle of the field and he drives forward with the ball. He's probably said, I don't want to see Henderson anymore. But there's an overlap here. There could be an opportunity for a goal on the board here. And he takes a lot of steps. The corner back puts it over the bar. The corner back. Stephen Cusack puts that one over the bar. The corner back, well, he took a lot of steps there. He put it over the bar, and that was good work from the countryman. Set up by Brenton Donaghy, put out to Cusack, and Cusack, well, he run and he danced and he hobbled with the ball. Referee let him off with it, and he put it over the bar. Great score. And we're looking for the score now. Brent looks at me. Brent's counting up the score. Still 113 to 7 here, Eugene.
I just noticed there, maybe could ask Brenton Gorman. Brenton, has there been any yellow cards this year so far? I haven't noticed any.
No, it's been a very, very clean match. Played in a very good spirit, and I don't think the referee needs to indulge into the pocket today.
I think maybe that's what's wrong with the referees. Maybe the too many of them have too many cards in their hip pockets. And, well, we have 20 minutes gone. We have 10 minutes left of this big match. And Stephen Farker has come out for the ball on the 45-metre line. He looks up. He gives a pass inside, and he tried to find a corner forward there, but he didn't find the man. The countryman is up. Bran Mallon with the ball away in the far right-hand side into O'Hagan. O'Hagan comes out for the ball. He looks up. Where's the support? And he checks in past his man. He tried to bounce the ball. But the ball, Carville, back to Henderson. Henderson looks up. Henderson hits this with the right foot. But, well, into the keeper's hands. Murray comes out with the ball. To Fox. Fox has the ball. According to the programme, he's wearing number 22. And I don't know if that's him or not, but that's who he's supposed to be. Countrymen are coming with the ball, down the middle, with the ball, hand to toe, with the ball. Conor McCann, he looks up, he gives the ball away to the far left-hand side, in over the top. They're trying to pick the players out here with the pinpoint pass, and it's in the hands of Stevenson. Stevenson gives the ball to Paddy McKeever. Paddy looks up. Paddy says, who wants the ball? Back to number 20. Another Farker. Back to number 21. I don't know who he is. He's probably another Farker. There's a whole load of them on this afternoon. And the keeper, full back, comes out. He drops the ball, and the ball's in the back of the net. Oh, the goal, a goal for the countryman. Paul McGahey, we think, scored the goal. The keeper caught it, the full back caught it, they dropped it, they fumbled with it. And then come the big midfielder, and the ball is in the back of the net. The score, Brendan.
113 to 1-7.
113 to 1-7, Eugene. We could have a good 10 minutes.
Absolutely, Damien. We come in for a grandstand finish. That's Paul McGahey, who scored a goal for Armagh last year, and David Parker, you remember, against one of the universities team. Paul's still, I'm nearly sure he's a member of the Armagh under-21 squad this year. He's a big future. That was a very good goal, well taken. But I think a wee fumble on the goal line by one of the defenders there.
And you can see from the reaction of all the countrymen, come on lads, they're saying, let's get this game going. And the countrymen are attacking again here. They're coming forward with the ball. Donaghy, he looks up. Who wants the ball? McKeever has the ball. He goes hand to toe. He looks up. He gives it inside. Could we have another goal here? Back to McKeever. It's on his left foot. And he puts this one over the bar. A great score from the boot of Paddy McKeever. Eugene, this game is starting to lift.
Well, Paddy's that sort of a player, Damien. If you want somebody like Oisin McConville, as you know, Paddy's exactly the same. In a bit of crisis, he took it on, took a 1-2 back from one of the Courtney boys and stuck it over the bar. So, I don't know, the 5 or 6 points had anything to play for at the minute.
Okay, 23 minutes gone. Brent, what's the score?
Again, it's 113 to 1-8.
113 to 1-8, and we have 8 minutes left here in this game. We have another sub coming back on again. They're taking them off and putting them on. They must be sore. That's Seeley, a famous Clanagale name there. O'Hagan, another famous Clanagale name as well. And Eugene, there's the first yellow card we've seen being handed by a player to a manager here this afternoon. And the ball has been kicked out into the middle of the field by Kelly. Ball broke, and the ball is in the hands of, well, the man that came on, Seeley, and he's holding on to that one for dear life. And he says, Brian Mallon says, give that to me. Brian Mallon's trying to get into Henderson, but the ball is in over the top to Carville. Carville looks up, there's an overlap. Seeley's inside him, but Carville still has the ball. He gives the ball inside now, but ball's picked up by the big corner back over on the far side. Donaghy has the ball. Well, ball's on the ground. He's in his hands now. Donaghy gives the ball away to the far left-hand side to Cusack. Cusack comes up the left-hand side. Earlier on, he scored a great point. The ball is with Paddy McKeever. Paddy McKeever's going to be putting this one in over the top. It's hanging in the air. The keeper's going to stay on his ground, and the keeper catches the ball. Ball's kicked into the keeper. Keeper kicks the ball out. Great work there by the defenders. Wilson, and up comes the Townies out here to Brian Mallon. Brian Mallon has acres and acres and oceans of space, and he gives this one long along the ground to Henderson. Henderson comes out. Henderson was pushed in the back, and he's still with the ball. He tries to get the ball up, and he's been pushed, but great work there by Brian Mallon. Brian Mallon pushed the man off him. The ball is along the ground here to Courtney. And should we have an opportunity here over the bar? No, it's gone to the right and wide. Eugene, that should have been a point.
That was Paul Carville, Damien, a great move along the left-hand side, involving Henderson again, Brian Mallon again. Brian Mallon looks seriously fit at this minute in time. He's obviously trained on his own because he's involved in everything, and he's running about there like a steam train.
And, well, he has no tracks on the field tonight, but he does need them. He's got studs in the boots, and he's flying. And there goes Seeley. Seeley gives it in to Courtney, and there's one over the bar. Oh, great score there from the boot of Paul Carville. Paul Carville, he's a wee live wire out here this afternoon. He's playing well, and the boys are along the line saying, what can we do with him?
Young Carville there, Damien, scored 6 points against Armagh, if you remember last year in David Park. He plays for Georgetown, but he's a very good university player, and he's doing very, very well out there today.
And what can we say about Georgetown, Eugene? He used to go there himself, a good old place to go to is the Georgetown, and the ball is broken in the middle of the field. The Countrymen had a wee spurt earlier on, but the Townies, well, they sort of held tight. Cusack, he has the ball. He gives the ball inside to Donaghy. Donaghy comes forward with the ball, driving down the field with the ball away over the far side, but the man goes down over the top of the ball. The ball is back with, is that McKeever? Paddy McKeever gives a lovely pass inside. There's an opportunity here. And the ball, as we push there, the referee says play on. We have another opportunity for a goal here. And the ball, well, if that ball had off the ground, the referee says no. Oh, there's a wee bit of controversy here in Clonard Park. The referee was too far away to see the left ball.
That was Paul McGahey again, Damien. I think that ball was picked off the ground by one of the town defenders, to be fair.
Well, there's no doubt about that. Oliver Toll will be able to confirm that later on in St. Peter's when we look at the video. Oh, there's great work there by Carville. He tacks inside, he's been held, and he gives it to Henry. Oh, the ball is just kicked over the bar there by Kieran Seeley. Kieran Seeley has been moved into the forward line for the Townies. And Eugene, maybe that should have been a penalty.
Looked very dubious, Damien, to be fair, you know, but Paul McGahey I think was just pulled back at the last second as you want to pull the trigger, but I think one of the defenders picked it off the ground, as you heard from the supporters behind us here, but who knows. Mickey Lanner was right up on top of it, so Brandy Gorman, have you got a point of view on that one?
Well, we'll give the benefit of the doubt to the referees, a lot closer than we are, and I hear a better view of it.
Just about closer. There's no doubt about that. Ball is in over the top here, and there goes Carville. He looks up, he goes hand to toe, he gives the ball inside to Danny Shanks. Danny Shanks hits this one to right footed, and he pulls it over the bar. A great score from the boot of Shanks. And this is great work from the Townies, a great response. And the score, Brenton's counting up the score. I hope the referees never get the score. Brenton.
116 to 1-8.
116 to 1-8. There's 8 points in it this afternoon here, and we have 27 minutes gone in this game, going out live thanks to Hughes Bookmakers in Monaghan Street. Murray, he kicks the ball out. The ball goes long into the middle of the field, and the referee says that's a hold. That was a hold. So Paddy McKeever goes looking for the ball. Paddy says, give me the ball. But that's not Paddy McKeever, that's Brenton Donaghy. Brenton Donaghy's going to be launching this one in on top of the square, and that's exactly where it goes. And could we have another goal here? And there's an opportunity. And the ball was put over the bar by Hockeyan. He should have put it in the back of the net. He hit it with the boot, and it sailed over the bar. 28 minutes gone, Eugene.
28 minutes gone, Damien. It's going to take a miracle for the country team to pull this back at the minute, but decent enough game. Very entertaining considering the conditions, and both managers have taken the game very, very seriously.
There's no doubt about that, of course. And the players have taken it seriously as well, because it's been a good game of football this afternoon. And Oliver called Eugene over there. He called Eugene over there, and he's trying to get the score.
The editors are behind you, so give them a minute. 28 the editor. 16.
And we have a couple of people that supported the whole thing here this afternoon. We'll talk about them in a minute, Eugene. We have 28 minutes gone here. Ball is with Courtney in the middle of the field. He puts this one long down to the right-hand side here. And out comes, as that Farker. Farker picks the ball up. Farker looks up. Who wants the ball? He gives the ball inside to Ballyhagan man. Ballyhagan man drops the ball. And the referee says, oh, the keeper picks that one up. The keeper picks that one up to Seeley. Seeley punches that one out. And in comes, I don't believe there's Brian Mallon again. Brian Mallon is absolutely everywhere this afternoon. And he hits this one long down to Carville. Carville offloads the ball to Seeley. Seeley goes with the ball. He hits this one. And the referee will be given that where it lands. And it landed in the hands of Adrian Murray. And this is a 14-yard free straight in front of the goal. And will Henderson go for the quick goal? And he does. And he hits this one. And a great save there by the goalkeeper. Great keeper. Murray. Murray. Oh, the referee says, hold on. I wonder if the goal had been given. Would he give it? Oh, the referee, he's blown early. He's blown 1 minute early. It's over. The game is over. And the final score here in Clonard Park, where the Townies versus the Country. Brendan, the final score?
It's 116 to 1-9 to the Town.
116 to the Townies, 1-9 to the Countrymen here down in Clonard Park. And as we're looking round, we need to get talking to Eugene Craney. Eugene, before we go back to the studio, Eugene was one of the main men behind this game here this afternoon. We're trying to get Eugene back here. Eugene, we're trying to get you back here. You can't walk away from the radio when we're going live. Eugene, what can you say about that game there?
Well, first of all, I'm just standing here beside the editor of the Lurgan Mail, Clint Aitken. So I want to thank the Lurgan Mail newspaper and the Portadown Times. Clint was very, very enthusiastic. I know we're going out live here all over the world in the World Wide Web. So if Clint wants to have a quick word here, I think, as he said himself, it's a great thing to support. We like to support people at Christmas with a credit crunch. And I'm sure Clint would agree under the circumstances. A very bad day, but we've had a big crowd here in Clonard.
Clint, you're very welcome to 5FM.
Well, I have to say, what a great game today, and so well supported, and raised a lot of money for a very good cause. And the Lurgan Mail, we've been absolutely delighted to have been associated with today's match.
There's no doubt about it, Clint, and without your support this probably wouldn't happen. And it's a novel way of raising money and a great game of football. And I mean, it was supposed to be like what do you call it, a charity match, but it was tough and competitive.
It was a tough encounter now, and it was good to see, that the players had really got into the spirit of the match and gave their all, and all credit to them.
And Clint, thanks very much from the Lurgan Mail for this game this afternoon. Without you, it wouldn't happen, and of course, without Eugene here, it wouldn't happen. Eugene Craney, absolutely Eugene Craney. The first match we done live from Galway, Eugene was there with us. And Brenton Gorman. Brenton, we're about to get another wee talk to Brenton here before we go. Brenton, you're a referee of great renown across the country, and you have retired. What's your advice to try and get some young referees?
Well, I think it all boils down to a bit of respect and trying to get people who maybe have an injury, have retired early, to get them into refereeing as early as possible and to get the proper training and get a few new boys out in the pitch. It's not easy, and it's been very, very difficult, not only in Armagh but province-wide, right throughout the whole country. So hopefully we can get a couple of new referees to come in this year.
So Brenton sends the word out, new referees in here, and Oliver told, we have to say it, Oliver, thanks a million, Oliver. Oliver is doing the video for this game, going out to the lads in North Armagh. Oliver, thanks a million. And just before, I have to thank Eugene and Brenton for helping me out, my statsman, of course, 5FM, for allowing me to be the voice of your local radio station this afternoon. And before I hand back to the studio, it reminds me to thank you for inviting me into your home. And if you're listening in the car, thanks for the lift. Keep listening to 5FM for live Gaelic games. Back to the studio.
No, get down the minute, right. Get this first.
Right, everybody this way, lads. Up the tiny.
Right, boys, just before you on, Oliver. Right, lads, before we go any further, what we want to do is, Clint, you and two. We're going to present it over. Okay. Boys, before you go in there, listen, before you go in, we're on video here for later up in the Peters, so everybody back up to St. Peter's for some refreshments. But what we want to do is, I want to thank everybody who took part. I want to thank the Lurgan Mail, the Portadown Times, all the photographers, all the press, all the players, all the managers, all the referees, and the North Armagh board in particular, who was so instrumental in helping us out. Bandic, we'd like to thank the leads of St. Vincent de Paul as well for coming along on the day, so thanks very much. And we'll have to have a speech. Bran, we need a speech. Bran. We'll have a speech from the captain, Bran Mallon, here. Right. Bran Mallon, the country boys were flagging near the end. They looked very, very tired. You were flying along with Ran. Yes. Along with Ryan Henderson, you're doing really well there today. What would you like to say? You were well outsiders to win that match.
I think we were. Like this past couple of weeks, the whole hype up that has been the country team's been the stronger team. You know, I think there's maybe 7 or 8 boys are off the county panel from last year. Maybe we have maybe only 3 or 4. So we were definitely up against it. But to be honest, I think lifting the trophy here now, I think it's about all I did all day. So I think Paul Carver and Ryan Henderson done most of the damage up front.
Yeah, Brian, they do this in County Tyrone for like a county trial. Do you think this could be maybe bigger and better next year, at a better time of the year?
I think so. Like, you know, you've seen yourself today. It was bad conditions, but like, you know, the boys definitely tried their best, and I think we've got a few scores on here. But I think the only thing about playing it earlier on in the year, maybe a wee bit hard to organise and everything.
Have you any praise for your management team?
I think the manager's done well themselves. Like, there was plenty of tactics work beforehand, and I think it was simple enough. Just get the ball in as forward as early as we can. So they done well.
Two boys done well. Paul Carville and Mr. Henderson up front in particular. Carville's not a bad player. Would Peter McDonald maybe have a look at him?
I don't know now. Like, you know, I think I was running off the shoulder a few times there off with Paul and Ryan Henderson. I think that they kept telling me to get it the next time, but I'm still waiting. So no, they're definitely 2 good players, and you never know what the future may hold. So.
Thanks very much for all your help. Okay, Brian. Good luck. Here from the North Armagh board, one bit like Malachy, he wasn't working. You know, he's always busy, keeping himself busy doing something, whether it's on the field or off the field. Malachy, first of all, on behalf of the Lurgan Mail, thanks very, very much indeed for all your help. You brought a lot of professionalism to it, and the boys really appreciate it. But how do you think the thing went today in general?
I thought it was an excellent day. Starting off this morning, the weather didn't look too good for it, but turned out well. The players turned out to a man, and next year we hope this will be kept going, and we try and do it bigger and try and do it better. Good. But the aim was to raise money for St. Vincent de Paul. We did that, and that's the credit's down to the players, not down to me or the board. It's the players who turned out and played the match.
Did you get a surprise that the town team won so easily?
I did, yes. I thought the country team would have won the game. But I have to say, I'm the only player that got badly injured, the only one that got badly injured. Got my hand cut in the door, I'm claiming off you.
Seriously? Thanks very much, Malachy. Thank you. This is one of the most famous faces from the St. Vincent de Paul Society. We have Bandic Lavery here at St. Peter's Mom. We're going back to the club. He's going to say a few words for us. Bandic, a bad day weather-wise, but people turned out to support you. And if this makes a difference to one person's life this Christmas, I'm sure you'll be happy.
It makes an awful difference at this time of the year for St. Vincent de Paul. And with the credit crunch now, as times are very, very hard, with the price of oil for the senior citizens, and we'll find it hard this Christmas. But every other Christmas, it'll be 200 to 300 hampers given out, plus vouchers and what have you. So this £2,000 we got today will go a long way to help alleviate the problems what we will have at Christmas, you know. And I must say, it's all thanks to Eugene here. Eugene, who rang me to ask about the St. Vincent's, and I was too glad to accept the invitation when I heard the money was coming to us. But I got back a long way with Eugene because he played for the Peters, and he was only a young fellow when I was running the minor team, and I had to find him before they.
Don't say how long it was ago, Van. Like, don't.
No, well, not say. I just said like every other young fellow, you had to run after them, but when they did put the jersey on, they give it all. And I do thanks Eugene, the Lurgan Mail, and the Portadown Times for all they've done. And we'll be reading more in Eugene's columns in the Lurgan Mail about it. Thank you, Eugene.
Thank you very much, Bandic. Thank you, Oliver.
Armagh-gaa.